Hello everyone, this is Dr.P.Syamala from the Department of MBA, IB, Acharya Nagarjuna University, and we are in continuation of the topics regarding the FEMA Act. Okay, so this is about the authorized person. Okay, who is the authorized person in FEMA? Okay, so in dealing foreign exchanges, who is the authorized person? So we all know that RBI approves these authorized persons to deal with the foreign exchanges. In Foreign Exchange Management Act, most of the roles and responsibilities are assigned to these authorized dealers. So these authorized dealers play a huge role under FEMA. So they are entrusted with various duties and important roles that contribute to the safer and better implementation of the rules laid down under the Act. Okay, so authorized person means, according to section 2C of FEMA, authorized person means an authorized dealer, money changer, offshore banking unit, or any other person which is authorized under section 10 subsection 1 of FEMA to deal in foreign exchange or foreign securities. Okay, so he is known as authorized person. Okay, authorized person means he is declared as a dealer. Authorized person means he is a dealer, he is a money changer, he is a offshore banking unit, which are known as OBUs, okay, and foreign securities, or else any other person who deals with foreign securities is known as the authorized person. So this authorized person has given certain roles and responsibilities by its superior. Authorized person's superior is Reserve Bank of India. Okay, and for Reserve Bank of India, what is the superior means? Central government. Okay, so through central government only Reserve Bank acts according to the Reserve Bank rules and regulations. So authorized person performs his roles and responsibilities. Okay, so according to the definition, we can state that authorized person means who acts as a dealer, who acts as money changer, offshore banking unit, and any other person authorized under section 10 subsection 1 to deal, which is nothing but the foreign securities. Okay, so if we see to become to become an authorized person, individuals or entities must apply for authorization through Reserve Bank of India. Okay, first of all they have to apply for RBI bank. Okay, then the application process typically involves submitting necessary documentations demonstrating financial stability and comply with RBI eligibility criteria. Okay, so RBI will check the ability of the authorized person in various aspects. So depending upon those, does the authorized person comply all the RBI specifications means, then RBI gives approval for that person as an authorized person for foreign exchange securities or else foreign exchange. Okay, so if we see dealer means he deals with the banks and financial institutions. Okay, so any transaction, okay, any transaction regarding the banks, regarding the financial institutions, okay, so their authorized person will be there. Okay, so in banks, in financial institutions, if at all any person wants to change means, okay, so there the authorized person will deal there. Okay, he will deal in foreign exchange securities, foreign currencies, everything. Okay, they encompasses various categories of financial institutions, including commercial banks like State Bank of India, HDFC Bank, cooperative banks, okay, regional rural banks. So authorized, those are authorized dealers. Okay, And if we see money changer, okay, so under money changer means he will buy and sell of foreign exchange currency, okay, means money changers can only deal in coins, notes and travelers checks, okay. Money changers are authorized by Reserve Bank of India, purchase foreign currency in form of travelers checks, notes or coins, and sell foreign currency in form of coins and notes, okay. So money changers can sell or purchase foreign exchange as per guidelines issued by RBI. So authorized money changers may be FFMC, means these money changers may be called as full-fledged money changers or else restricted money changers also. Two types of money changers will be there, FFMC and RMC. FFMC means full-fledged money changer, means there is no limit for the exchange of money. Restricted money changer will have certain limit for the amount to be for foreign exchange, okay. And all these money changers require licenses from Reserve Bank of India to deal in foreign exchange, okay. So money changers are the persons who deals with coins, notes and traveler changes, okay. So if we see about offshore banking unit, okay, so what does offshore banking unit means? In this also authorized persons are appointed by the Reserve Bank, okay. OBU means the offshore banking unit. It can be set up in SEZ, means special economic zones. In that special economic zones, these OBUs will be set up there, okay, for the convenience of international trade, okay. As per foreign exchange management, offshore banking units will be there, means normal persons who are residing in India, they cannot go and have transactions with these offshore banking units. Those are meant only for the international trade only. For example, a home country cannot have offshore banking unit in its home country, okay. In its host country, it will maintain offshore banking unit for the purpose of the trade and commerce, okay. So that is so we can say that OBU means virtually foreign branches of Indian banks located in SEZ, means special economic zones in India, and holds an authorization, okay. So of the OBU will be exempted from restrictions concerning the cash reserve ratios or else the statutory liquidity ratio, which is known as SLR, okay. CRR and SLR means the cash reserve ratios and statutory liquidity ratios that should be maintained by the banks according to the Banking Regulations Act in India. But from these OBUs will be exempted, okay. And so the best example for this OBUs is the branch of Switzerland based bank located in France or the United States, okay. So if you are doing business outside of your country, having an offshore account allows you to participate in that country's economy, okay. So you can use this account to make purchases, send any receive money or save and invest money just like you would with a bank account in your home country, okay. So having outside our bank means definitely it will helps you a lot, okay. So it will also create a security for by having offshore banking, means having money in a stable international account in a foreign currency may help you reduce risk, especially if your home country's economy is volatile. At that time, having money in international account in foreign currency will be a security, okay. So this is even more appealing if your country is going through a period of unrest. At the time of unrest also, or else for as a security also offshore banking units will be very helpful. Okay, so offshore banking unit is the thing, and another one is foreign securities. Okay, so securities are nothing but the shares, stocks, bonds, debentures, etc. All are considered as foreign securities. So fourth aspect is any other person authorized under section 7 subsection 1 to deal with foreign securities. So foreign securities are nothing but the shares, stocks, bonds, debentures, etc. Okay, and if we see, RBI decentralizes their own working or delegates the work to authorized person. Okay, so decentralization of power means, we all know centralization means having the power in one hand only, but decentralization means the power, the authority is distributed. Okay, distributed or else delegated to the other person. So actually the RBI, it cannot look after all the things. Okay, so it delegates its authority to the authorized person. Okay, so under RBI, authorized person works. Okay, any person can be authorized person. Okay, after applying to RBI in written form. Okay, any person may be a authorized person, but RBI checks the ability of such person, then only it gives approval for that person as an authorized person. So what aspects the RBI will checks the ability of such person means, it will see the public interest. Okay, public interest means the person who applied for as to be an authorized person, do that person has the public interest. Okay, means looking after, is he having a social responsibility, is he having a looking for welfare of the society. So is that person having public interest. So first and foremost thing will be seen that thing. And beneficiary, do that person work for his self benefit or for the society, he will the RBI will check according to the beneficiary. And compliance of laws, according to the Reserve Bank laws, rules and regulations, do the authorized person compliance means do according to the rules and regulations, the person who applied for the authorized person. Okay, do he comply the rules and regulations of Reserve Bank. Then compliance of conditions and directions, so that person, he fulfills the conditions and directions of Reserve Bank or not. So all these things will be seen, and depending upon that only, depending upon those abilities only, Reserve Bank will approve the authorized person. Okay, and if we see the powers of authorized person means, first one is money changer. So as I said before, money changer means who exchange the currency. Okay, so who will exchange the currency means who will purchase and sell, who will purchase the currency and sells the currency. In this we will see two aspects, one is FFMC and other one is restricted money changer or RMC. Okay, so FFMC means there is no limit for exchange of money, no limit. Okay, there is no limit for exchange of money. He is allowed, he is permitted to exchange any lump sum amount. Okay, there is no limit for that amount. He can exchange, he can buy or he can sell. Okay, so for that all nationalized banks were allowed for that particular authorized person. Some scheduled commercial banks are allowed, some cooperative banks were allowed. Okay, so these three were allowed in this full-fledged money changer authorized person case. And if we see in restricted money changer case, there is a limit. Okay, here there is no limit, here there is a limit for exchanger. Okay, means for example, if we see 5-star hotels, so many tourists they will come to our country and they will reside in star hotels. So at that time, in order to overcome the problem, okay, foreign currency, certain amount, a limited amount will be allowed to those star hotels, okay, or else for tourism agencies. So there is also, they can also act as money changers, okay, but there is a limit. There is an authorized person, it is an authorized person, and there will be a limit for exchange of money. So similarly, debit card, if a person goes outside India for private visit or tourism purpose, then he can withdraw $10,000 from any of the foreign exchange ATMs, okay. So $10,000 is limit of foreign exchange, okay, for debit card, okay. And if we see second power regarding dealers, okay, so dealer is nothing but agent. So the person who can deal in foreign security on behalf of Indian investors, okay. So dealers are main agent of dealing. So for example, exports have been done, okay. So in case of exports, we will receive income, okay. So those all aspects should be done with through this agent only, who is known as the dealer, okay. He is authorized person. Next one is offshore banking unit, OBUs, okay. So OBU, which can be set up in SEZ, special economic zones, for the development of the state or else for the development of the country, for the development of the industry, okay. SEZ will be set up by the country, okay, by the states. So they give finance to SEZ, okay, or finance to international industries, okay. So offshore banking units, okay, they will give for these SEZ, okay, special economic zones and financial institutions, okay. So for the purpose of the development, okay, so to develop the SEZ area, so they deal with the only international transactions only, okay. So to other powers are to deal in or transfer any foreign exchange, okay. They can deal or they can transfer any foreign exchange, who authorized persons, okay. And they can receive payments also by order. By order means who will give the order? By the Reserve Bank specifications, okay. Next, to open NRO, NRE, FCNR, all these are some different accounts, okay. So in order to open all those accounts, okay, authorized person has the power to open those accounts. Next, to sell or purchase foreign exchange for current account transactions and also for permissible capital transactions also, okay. We have, according to FEMA Act, two type of transactions: current account transaction and capital account transaction. Current account transaction relates to the short term business activities, okay. Capital transactions are related to the assets and liabilities of the organization, okay. So if we see, so all those aspects, to sell or purchase of foreign exchange relating to both transactions, authorized person is permitted, okay. Now, duties of authorized persons. What are the duties of authorized persons? First one is compliance, okay. Comply such general and specify special directions or orders as RBI may specify from time to time. So RBI, it will certain notifications will be given, certain circulars will be given, okay. Certain rules and regulations will be framed from time to time, okay. So all those should be according to the time. The authorized person should know about the changes in the, or else the notifications, or else the circulars in the Reserve Bank, okay. So the authorized person should act according to the directions or orders of Reserve Bank. Okay, means he should compliance should be there. He should meet according to the, he should act according to the specifications of the RBI. Next, permission from RBI. Not engaged in any transaction without the previous approval of RBI. Okay, so permission from RBI is required. Authorized person can only engage in those transactions which is in terms of this authorization under this section. Okay, so duty of authorized person is he should take permission from RBI. Okay, without prior approval from the RBI, he is not allowed to engage in any transactions. Okay, without the previous approval of RBI. Okay, so other obligations or duties means while undertaking the transaction, authorized person should take such declaration or disclosure. Okay, it is the responsibility, it is the duty of the authorized person to collect declaration. For example, if he is dealing with any importer, okay, or else exporter, so if he is dealing with importer means, so our persons who are residing in India, who are importing the goods, they have to pay the amount. So whenever they are paying the amount, so all the process regarding this foreign exchange should be done through this authorized person only. So the authorized, it is the responsibility of the authorized person to see the full details regarding the imports of the goods. Okay, so a declaration should be taken from the person who is going to import those goods. Okay, so it is the duty, it is the obligation of the authorized person to see the declaration or the disclosures. Next, satisfy himself. Next, after seeing that declaration, the authorized person should satisfy by seeing that declaration form. It is a genuine thing. Okay, and it does not involve any contravention. Then only he will allow that person, okay, for the foreign exchange. If the person refused to comply and to give declaration, then the authorized person shall refuse in written to undertake the transaction. So refusal of authorized person can be done in any transaction in case where the other party or the other person does not want to give declaration means, then the authorized person can refuse, okay, that person, and at the same time he should, in a written form, he should undertake the transaction that he is refusing so and so person for so and so cause. Okay, and in case of contravention, AP authorized person, okay, authorized person give report the matter to Reserve Bank of India. Okay, so in case of contravention, in case of breach of provisions of FEMA Act, the authorized person, he should report that particular incident to the Reserve Bank. Okay, and contravention and consequences of authorized persons. So whenever contraventions have done, and what are the consequences? If authorized person has failed to comply with the conditions subject to which authorization was granted, or has contravention any of the provisions of the act or any rule, regulation, notification, circular, direction, then what happens? Okay, so if authorized person has done the mistake, or else authorized person contravened the FEMA Act, provisions of the FEMA Act, then what happens? What are the consequences? Means, first one is revocation of authorization and penalty. Revocation means all the powers will be taken off. Authorized person license will be cancelled. Okay, so revocation of authorization will be done. Other thing is penalty. Penalty is nothing but 10,000 lump sum amount will be levied on that person, and also 2,000 per day will be levied on that person if at all that contravention continued. Okay, at that case 2,000 per day will be charged on that person. So contravention continuation means, for example, that person is violating the rules. Daily he is doing the same mistake. Daily the authorized person is contravening the rules. Means per day for that contravention, along with 10,000, 2,000 per day will be levied on that person. So penalty which was extended to 10,000 with additional penalty extends to 2,000 per day during the contravention continued, okay, or else 10,000 lump sum amount will be levied on that authorized person. And other consequences, revocation of authorization. Before revocation of authorization, there is a reasonable opportunity of making a representation in the matter, okay, which is opportunity to being heard. OOBH means opportunity to being heard. So before revocation of authorization, there is a reasonable opportunity. Means this authorized person can approach the Reserve Bank, okay, representing him. What are the actually what has done, okay, what contravention has been done, so in what aspect it has done, what are the reasons for the contravention, or else anything. So if he want to justify himself, okay, he can approach the Reserve Bank by making a representation in the matter, which is known as opportunity to being heard. So the Reserve Bank will hear the authorized person's representation, okay. Next, powers of RBI to inspect authorized person. Why we have to learn RBI means it is the RBI is the apex body, okay, which delegates its responsibility, authority to the authorized person, and it approves that particular person. It gives license to that authorized person for the foreign exchange. So it has certain powers RBI has. So RBI have power to conduct inspection and investigation on authorized person regarding any matter which he has executed, whatever thing he has done, whatever transactions he has done, authorized person, okay, each and everything can be inspected by the Reserve Bank, okay. It can be inspected and investigated if at all there is any flaw in the transactions, okay. And in such situations, authorized person is bound to give all information, explanation and books which are required by RBI. Whatever books are required to investigate and inspect, okay, all those records, all those information, all the explanation should be provided by the authorized person to the Reserve Bank. Next, the authorized person does not comply the same, it will be led to penalty. If at all the books were inspected and investigated by the Reserve Bank, and if at all those capital transactions or the current account transactions are not comply according to the transactions in the books, means next the authorized person will be levied penalty of 10,000, okay, in lump sum, and 2,000 per day until that contravention will be conducted, okay. So this is about the authorized person, his powers, and what are the consequences if at all the contravention of provisions of FEMA Act has been done.